Hi, good morning, Joe here at Woolly Cottage. Excuse the mess. I can't move, can't even find the floor, can't even find my workflow. Woolly Cottage Batty Club time. Now, yes, I did miss July's out. It's been frantic the last couple of weeks, but I do have one that I will blend up for you that's been gifted. So that's ready and done. I just need to put it together, but I'll do it as a fast forward at the very end of this video so you can see what it looks like at the end. So we are on a brand new series of theme and it lasts from August now 22 until July next year of 23. And last year's was breeds or different types of fibres, so you got to have a try of different things. I did put it as breeds, but as I went up through, I ended up thinking, oh, I like a bit of camel and I like a little bit of this, and oh, mink's on special offer. So yeah, so that's how I ended up. I should have gone with different fibres, but I'll do that next year, and I'll explore a little bit more of fibres that you may never have tried before, and do that as a 30-70 blend ratio. But that's next year's bats. Anyway, this year's bats are I can't even remember what it was that I mentioned. I'm sure it was something about folklore and mystery. So just supernatural stories, folklore stories, things like Little Red Riding Hood, werewolves, vampires maybe, but they'll all be inspired by pictures that I've found. So this was one of the first pictures I found, and I was looking for myths and legends and pictures and stuff like that. So this one looks like a creepy house, but I love the colours of them. So yeah, I Google image. So these are the colours that were just roughly an idea just to get me started on the concept of where I wanted to go. So that's the colour theme that we went for this time. I will shoot a picture up at the end, and it just looked really eerie, and I like that sense of sort of smoggy skies with the hints of the pink coming in from the dusk in the background. So this is the bat. What I've ended up making is very dusky. It has got those hints of the dusky pinks in there. It's got dusky blues, more grey tone blues, hints of a soft greys or dark soft greys. Well, they are dusky tones, and that is what we've come out with. And there is touches of neps in there, because I've used a variety of different fibres. So I'll just put this one to one side so it's not in the way. But also that's different this year. I won't be working with Heather this year, giving her a year off. I might try and tag her next year. I love her beads. She's such a talented creator. But what I'm doing this year, I'm supporting UK crafters. So you'll find things in your batty clubs that hopefully are useful to you. I'll not buy you anything that's rubbish and cheap and things like that. Everyone knows I always like to put something as a quality item, even if it goes a little bit over the budget that I like to add in. So I found an artist, and her name is Hannah Willow. Okay, and you can find her on Etsy. And everyone knows I love my folklore prints. But I've ordered a set of cards, and they're all individual. So you've got this owl one will end up in somebody's pack, and you have the hare under the oak tree. Then you've got the raven. Then you've got a stag, but it looks like LED glistery lights in there. And then there's an absolutely beautiful one of maids with their hairs glowing under the sunlight on their mare. So yeah, I've got a variety of different ones. These will all be going in the batty clubs, and I've actually ordered some of these to go in the Christmas advents as well. Not these ones specifically, but the same artist. Hers will be going in the Christmas advents this year. So I like to, as you all know, I like to support UK crafters, and I do like to get their names mentioned out there. So you'll get a variety of different things from crafters throughout the UK, something that's useful for fibre crafting. If you don't get that, you'll be getting 25 grams of locks from me that will complement your bat. So maybe every 3 months, something like that, you'll get a set of locks from myself and my shop. So today I am using merino. So I have got, now excuse me, you're looking at me from a funny angle because I need to buy a new selfie stick. It's broke. Don't know how it's got broken. It's not been anywhere but this room, but my little toggle is broken, so I've had to wedge it up. But bear with me. Right, so we've got merino in this dusky grey, and I'll be using this as my base. You'll see how I do that, and it'll be used as a transitional layer. Then I have got this merino with tencel in it, so you've got this fibre running all the way through, and the same on this dusky pink. Okay, then on top of that I have got some corridale in this mink colour, that's going in there. And then I have some merino in a heather tone. Can you see that? It's lovely, isn't it? Then I've got some hand dyed llama, viscose and bamboo blend in this dusky aubergine colour. That'll be going in there. I have got a silk merino blend, and yes, it has got little bits of red in there, but it'll disappear when I'm blending with it. Okay, then in that I have a bio nylon with stellina blend, and it's got all these little hints of colours in there. And then last but not least, I have got some dark blue, petrol blue merino that goes in layers, and then some hand dyed tussar silk that I've created myself. So I'll tilt you down and I'll talk you through the first layer before I sort of repeat it, and then that's it really. So that's what we'll get on with now. I'll just put you on pause and try and move my camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I've got you positioned. Right, so I have 4 lots of these skinny halved sections of this merino. So I'm using 2 of them to go on my base before I even get started. And at the end of this video I will show you a new product that's now on my website, and it's something that I will be doing videos about, but I will tell you about that later on. So I'm just going to open it up and tease it open the fibres a little bit, though it is really soft anyway. And I'm just going to blend it on my carder, just slightly tilt it maybe about 25 degrees so it follows the carder all the way down. And then get my second piece, fluff out the fibres again, just so they loosen up and they're not all gang together, because your carder won't like it if it's trying to drag through clots of fibre in one go. It just wants you to tease open the roving for a smoother transition through the liquor to the back drum. There we go. So I'm going to start on this side next. 1, 3, and then start gently, a slight 15-20 degree angle, nothing too dramatic, just so it feeds with ease all the way through to the other side. So I've got that merino silk blended fibre with the reds and the blues in there. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm just going to open this up and just tease all the way along. Okay, and then I'm just going to gently put my arm on there because I don't want it to grab all of it and take it through, because I've got these ends here at the side to open up. So you don't want to do it too hard, because then you end up with it all stuck to your liquor, Joe. You don't want to press on it too hard because it will feel the resistance, which means your liquor will hold on to it. How not to do something. Okay, so the next process that I want to do is just get a little slither of my bio nylon with stellina blend, split that in half because I've got 2 of them, and I just want to run that over the top just ever so gently, just a little bit. That's all. Save that to one side, and then the next thing is doing my little colour gradient. So back to that same grey again. This is going to be my first, well, this will be my first colour layer, is what this really is. So already I've put about 2 layers on, give or take, from that already. So this will be, call it my 3rd proper layer. Okay, so I'm just going to feed that through on this end, and just ever so gently just bring it away over to about 1/3 on my board. And I have this little tail end coming now, and I'm just going to have that come all the way over So I have that colour transition right through the blend. Then I'm going to get this bluey grey coloured, I suppose it's storm blue, piece of blended merino tencel blend and slither. So I'm just going to open this up and tease it open. Okay. Now, I had a lady mention to me last week when I was at the Wool Fair in Port Sunlight that she finds that all these fibres that are added in clump up, and my suggestion to her was open up, just like that, open up your fibres and draft it out a little bit, and that should help cause any resist to these just all of a sudden just want to spin on their own. They will spin, but you just need to draft it out properly. So I've finished here. This is the block here, so I'm going on to the next block. So I'm making sure that there's a fold over on that section. And I've got quite a bit left, so I'm going to pop back over again to where I started and then come over. There we go. Next piece is my pink. This lovely dusky pink. It looks really baby pink, but it's not real. It's not. It is like a lily pink. So again, just tease open the fibres widthways all the way along, just so that if there is any type of just the tiniest smidge of cross fibres, then it'll open up the tease. And I'm going to start from this side because this is where it's going to go. And 2, 3, 4, and then just gently move the roving across. And a little bit more, and then pull it over so this pink then eventually goes on to this grey blue area, and that's it for that. Next, I want to add a bit more of this Stellina blend with the bio nylon. Okay, and then I'm going to add, where has it gone? The purple. So I've got my purple heather merino here, so I'm just taking a strand of this, and this is going to get fed onto Nakarada all the way across. Now don't worry, I don't want it so it's all solid colour. That's not what I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create a colour transition. So you're getting, when you spin this, if you were to spin this in singles, you're going to get a solid block, you're going to get the grey block all the way through, then the grey blue block all the way through, and then you're going to get the pink all the way through. But what you're also doing is creating continuity with the heather on top of there, and it's coming all the way across. So you're bringing one solid colour along with this transitional spinning. And then next I'm going to put this lovely dusky, very, very pale dusky colour of pink on here, and I'm going to start from this end. And I'm just going to ever so gently follow it all the way through to the other side of the carder. So once again, you have got that gradient colourway of the grey to the stormy blue into the dusky pink, and you've got these two colours that will be consistent all the way through, and it just helps the continuity of your spinning yarn, and it ties it all together so it doesn't look odd and out of place. So next is to add my Stellina again. So from that other half that I had, put that all across there. Oh. Okay, and then I've got this Llama Viscose Bamboo blend, and I'm just going to tease it apart because I want this to spread the full width of my drum carder. There's a little slither here at the side. Okay, so I'll just pull that apart, tease that a bit so it's just a lot easier to cut through. And this is what's causing those little white nets. So you're not really going to get a texture, it just gives you the effect that there's a texture in there, and it's absolutely adorable to spin. Right, so after that, I'm adding in my Tussar Silk blend, hand-dyed fibre into there, just to give it another dimension of colour. Right, so back to the beginning again. So to start with, we added in the grey, but instead of adding the grey, we added in the blue and red silk blend. So now I've got this petrol blue that I'm going to just open up, and this is going to get spread along the full length of the board, and this is going to act as my base layer for my second layering of colours. And now I'm at that stage, I'm going to have to step over Iona to card. Oh, it's not comfortable, it's not practical. Oh dear me, I tell you what, you should have called a Thatcher because the lady's not for moving. Right, so next part again, go back and grab my grey. Stick that in there, just open up and tease up my fibres. Okay, and plonk that on there, and get a couple of good winds on, and then start transitioning down the Nakarada. You feel it's starting to tighten up now because it's getting fuller. There we go. And then the dusky blue colour here. Tease it open. There we go. Start where I stopped. Adding the blue, and this just helps with the stellina in on this blue. It helps give it more definition, not just through the colour, but dividing both sections up, and it's just something a little bit prettier to spin up. And I'm just going to spread that all the way across so it goes into the pink section on this side. And again, open up the pink, tease all the way along. Okay. Couple of turns on this end, start bringing it over, and then this last piece, swizzle it all the way along the end so you get little pops of this pink through, and that just helps the transition. Okay, so back to the heather. I was going to fast forward this bit, but obviously Joe being Joe, forgetful, so just get this on here. Starting to get tighter. I'll have to get the brush out on that in a minute and drag those fibres on there. The Corriedale. Try not hold on to the roving, just guide it with your thumb, literally let it just run through your fingers. Because if you hold on to it, it will pinch on that, but oh, come on, fibres, it will pinch on that liquor if you're actually holding on to it. You just want your hand to be there to guide it. I'm just gonna okay, so back to the add-on fibres now. So I'm just going to open this one up on this layer now. Put that on there. There we go. Open it up a bit more for another piece. Okay, then my last piece of the Llama Viscose Bamboo blend, and it's the viscose that has given you these little strands and pops of colour all the way through, as well as the bamboo. The viscose is a, if I remember rightly, it's actually a wood pulp, and it's combined together with a cellulose, and it was actually invented back in the 1950s by American companies. There we go. So it's actually been in our environment for a very long time. I did look into it because I had a customer ask me once what it was and where it came from, so I actually found the history of it. I might do that as a fibre blend, a study one day on a video. Okay, so there we go. That is done. I just need to get my doffer, take my backboard off, take right so I can find. So guideline all the way through the back of my drum carder, and just tease up these fibres until I get to the end, and then I should be able to just pop that off. There we go. And then do the roly-poly. I find this so much easier to take off than just peeling it off in one long. And not just that, I did these batts yesterday, and I still had one more to do for you guys from a video, and it just makes it so much tidier just to leave it to one side, and the batts don't get damaged when they're left in little logs like that. And then when I'm ready to pack them all away, I know exactly where they are. They're sat on a shelf, neat and tidy, not gathering any dust as such. And then I just have to unwrap them, and they're all safe. They look exactly how they were to start with. There we go, one gigantic log. Imagine spinning from that. So what I'm going to do is I'll take you over to the desk, and you can see exactly what it looks like before I put it in its bag. So there we go, that's what that looks like afterwards. And there is the bat. Where's the picture? The picture is there. So you can see where I got all the dark dusky tones from, all the darker colours. I didn't really want to go with black, hence I went with these grey colours, which actually looks really, really good. When you put it up next to there, I have practically caught it. So this is a good idea for me to do for the next 12 months, and for you guys to follow along. And on that note, I have started these blend your own packs. So inside of these packs is 120 grams full of fibre, okay? You've got roving in there that's been hand dyed by me. You'll get, now and again, you'll get other pieces of fibres that I've hand dyed. Otherwise, it will be all these little tiny bundles of blends that I've put together. And what I plan to do is to advertise a picture on my website. These are £16 each. If you want to do the video and a follow along, these ones come like that, but the video follow along, I will be charging £17. That just covers a pound for my time for doing these videos, and there will be a pre-order. So once they go up, they'll be up there on the website for say a fortnight or something like that, and then I will order in all the fibres for the customers that want to do this and follow along, and I will do a video to go with the blend theme for the month. So it's a bit like a blending club, but it's up there for you if you want to do it or not. It will be on the website. I'll leave it open for all around the world, so like overseas, so that if you do order it, you've got enough time before the video comes out for the item to turn up for you, or you can re-watch it. What I would like to know, and suggestions and comments below on this, or just direct message me, people know where I am, direct message me, and you will let me know if you would like me to do a link to a video via the blog, and only yourselves can watch it, pay for the privilege of having me do a sort of one-to-one teaching video, or just put it straight onto the YouTube channel. So yeah, these will be like a mini tutorial showing you how I've blended up a fibre, and then you can follow along with me to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to fold over, if I can, one-handed, this bat. There we go, and that's the underside of it. So you've got those lovely greys in there, and it just complements that picture so much. The best thing about these pictures is just the colour inspiration. It's thinking, oh, those colours actually really, really well together. I'd never thought of putting them together. And even with these, you've got these spots of colours coming through, and it just brings in such a different dimension to just a solid colour. But if you look on that picture, it is there anyway, and the window glow in the back. So these fiery oranges in here, and using a blended fibre, even if you look and you go, well, that colour's not really in there, but those other colours are. Forget about the one that isn't in there. It doesn't really matter. What you're trying to do is just create something that has a different look. This is going to be a gradient batt with a continuity of a solid colours through it. So I suppose to a point it's going to be a little bit like a marled wool that you would buy already out of a shop. So it'll have that sort of look, and it would look fantastic as a single spun yarn, but then that's my opinion. So that's what you're looking at, that's what you'll be getting. If you bear with me a second. So there you go, that is going to be August batty clobs. They will be going in the post today. It is Friday. I'm just going to go and quickly whiz on with this other little batt, and then you can see how I'm doing that. This should be a pretty decent video to watch. It's the first one I've done in a while. I do apologise. You know what it's like, ladies, life just takes over, and we have got a new puppy as well, so it's a little bit hectic at home at the moment. So there you go, August batty club, that's the theme. It's folklore and mysteries. So watch out for your email box. If you subscribe to my website, you will see what pictures are coming up next. And batty clubs are open from the 16th of every month to the 15th of the following month for paying for, it's like now. So it's open now until the 15th of September for September's batty club. Then October's batty club will be open to purchase from the 16th of September through to the 15th of October. Okay, that makes more sense. And you can buy single month, 3 months rolling contract, and that'll come directly straight out your bank account or your PayPal account on the same day every month. And there's a 6 month and a 12 month. I've not put the prices up on them yet, but I may have to after Christmas, because even my suppliers are putting their prices up at the moment, and it is starting to affect my business a little bit. But I do try to keep everything at a reasonable price for everybody. So there you go. If you haven't been on my website yet, pop on there. I have got 15 and 20% discount off of, I would say, about 90% of my stock. My new blending along packs are on there, and I've also got, let me just see if I can find them in this bag. I have also got, here we go, one of them as well. I'm doing these kits. So you can use them for weaving or hand spinning art yarns, and they've got a little LED light in there. There's 100 grams of a hand-dyed roving blended from me, and a pack of textured ribbons, and there are some locks in there as well. And that's £26 on the website at the moment. Okay, great fun to have, really great fun. And I will be doing a spinning video at some point when I find my feet. I've got to start dyeing my Christmas advents, so bear with me. But I will do a spinning video showing you how you can incorporate the wire into your spinning. But you can knit it in as well. Okay, so take care of yourselves. I'll go off and do those things in a minute, and I will add that to the end of this video. But for now, I'll say goodbye, because I probably won't pop back on. Bye bye, take care of yourself, speak to you soon.